Hello guys, it's Jonathan back with another video today. A friend of mine's been recommended me to review this movie, and I finally got down to reviewing it. But what I want to talk about today is Halloween 2018. Yeah, this is the recent Halloween that they made. As many of you know, it's a direct sequel to the original Halloween, the 1978 movie. Um, what do I think of this movie? Now, really nothing wrong with it. But my only nitpick is they should have made this app. They should have made this the third one. I get it. Like a lot of fans were kind of skeptical and not fond of retconning the other movies. I'm like, well, you guys should be happy. It retconned away Halloween Resurrection, which is by far considered the worst in the franchise. It retconned away Rob Zombie's movies, which some people don't really like. Some people don't like Rob Zombie's movie. That's fine. It took away the sibling aspect. It took away the family bloodline aspect. It took away the thorn coat. It took away the awful CGI crappy masks that they use for every movie. It took away the acting. It actually made the characters likable again. Um, yeah. I get it. It's Halloween. I get it. It's John Carpenter didn't like Halloween too. I know he acknowledges that. I still respect that man. I respect that man still. He's a good director. He's the best horror director. He's way better than Wes Craven. I'm sorry. John Carpenter has better movies in general than Wes Craven does. I mean, come on, John Carpenter made Halloween and The Thing. Those two movies are tons better than the first Nightmare on Elm Street or even the first Scream. I'm sorry, but so yeah, this is a direct sequel to the original Halloween. It takes place 40 years later. It says Halloween. So there's three movies in the franchise already titled Halloween. There's Halloween, 1978, Halloween the remake, the Rob Zombie one, and then there's this one. So this is how I call them Halloweens. John Carpenter's Halloween, 1978. Rob Zombie's Halloween, 2007. And then Halloween or Halloween 2018 will be this one. It says, hands down the best Halloween sequel ever. Okay. This takes place 40 years after the events of the original Halloween. So basically they're saying at the end of the original, after he got shot off the balcony, he got up and walked away, but then because he was injured, like from the gunshots, I guess he collapsed and they caught him and they arrested him. And I guess, it took him 40 years to get out. When I first heard about them, like doing this whole direct sequel thing, I was kind of like, well, no. Because, look at Texas Chainsaw 3D. That was terrible. Look at Return to Sleepaway Camp. That was a direct sequel to the original Sleepaway Camp. That was terrible also. But, the more I heard about them advertising it and saying, that they're going to retcon away all the other ones and that Jamie Lee Curtis is going to return, I'm like, you know what? I was more excited for it now. It turned out good. I saw it when it was first coming out. I saw a trailer for it. The trailer dropped like in June of 2018. I was one of the first people to see the trailer, but yeah, I was super excited for this movie. True story too. At my school, my college I go to, there's this little flyer that said if you donate 5 food items that are not expired or not open to anyone, you donate them to the food pantry at school, you get a free voucher to go see this movie. So I did it. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I did it. And by the time the release came out, I saw it. Saw it the day before. And when I saw it, oh my god, the theater was packed with fans. A lot of people were so excited and all that. People were clapping. People clapped a lot in this movie. People were cheering, all that. The movie's great. This is, like I said, this is technically Halloween 2, but I'm not saying Halloween 2 isn't a great sequel. I love Halloween 2, but this is basically the new timeline now. I mean, if you want to go by the old timeline, you can still go by the old timeline. I'll still watch the older movies, but this movie made a lot of money at the box office. I mean, like over 200 million. The budget was 10 million. It says rated R for horror, violence, and bloody images, language, and brief drug use and nudity. There's really no nudity here. Drug use, there's some drug use here. There are some bloody images, but it's not really overly gory. Like I say, the only gory part is where he stomps on the doctor's face. Okay. There's maybe one or two things wrong. There may be one or two flaws wrong with this movie, but in all honesty, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a return to form for the series because the series was watched down by, various films and all that stuff. Because before this movie, you had Resurrection, which was considered the worst, and then you had Rob Zombie's Halloween, which not many people liked, and then you had Halloween 2, which a lot of people hated, which I still think is the worst. And you had Halloween 4, which, was a good installment, but the mask was weird. Halloween 5 and 6, which, it did the whole Thorn bullshit. It did the whole Thorn bullshit. And then part 6 did the whole, oh, that's what's making him kill. Like, really? No, we don't need that. So this movie wiped away that slate. I think they did perfect with this. Because of this, we also got Leprechaun Returns, which also did the direct sequel to the original. And that was a pretty good. I'll probably get down to reviewing that someday. But one of my main nitpicks with this movie is Dr. Sartain. A lot of people complain about that. Yeah, a lot of people complain about that. The whole twist thingy was not really good. So I hated the twist ending. I mean the whole twist with the doctor. Oh, I want to know what pleasure he gets out of killing. I want to know how it feels. Like, no, that's it. That's how Michael feels. Like, you shouldn't get that feel because you kill just because Michael kills. No, Michael kills because he kills. He's a killer. That's just pleasure he gets. He'll kill anybody he comes across. He put on the mask, and then he drove himself crazy trying to study Michael. He killed the deputy or something like that. But he in turn gets killed by Michael. So whatever. That's my main nitpick. The humor I could have done without, but it's whatever. It doesn't stay. The good outweighs the bad. There's only two wrong things. There's only two things wrong with this movie. But yeah, this movie also has 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the second highest reviewed movie in the franchise. The original, of course, has a 96%. You can't beat that. This is like Psycho 2. This is like Psycho 2. Like, the original Psycho is a masterpiece. Psycho 2 is a good sequel, but it couldn't beat the original Psycho. Yeah, this has 79% Rotten Tomatoes. This is like the second best reviewed movie in the franchise. Because of the success of this movie, it led to 2 sequels. We're in 2021. Halloween Kills could have came out in 2020, and I am pissed off because of the COVID. Whoever decided to unleash this thing should be ashamed. But yeah, if COVID hadn't happened, we would have had Halloween Kills. It probably would be coming out on video right now. It would have been in theaters in October 16th, 2020. It would have been the event. It would have been the movie event of the year. It would have been extremely gory, awesome. I would have loved to have seen the theme song for this, and it possibly would have been the best horror movie 2020 because we didn't have that much good horror movies of 2020. The only good horror movie 2020 I can say that was good was The Hunt, but we could have had Candyman, which could have been possibly good. Morbius, which was a vampire movie. We could have had Venom Part 2, which they actually said is going to be a horror movie, and we could have Halloween Kills. That's 4 horror movies that they retconned, that they moved up. They moved those movies up. Freaky was possibly the closest to a good horror movie 2020 we ever got. Freaky. But yeah, Halloween Kills could have been coming out this year. I mean, in 2020. Right now, it'd probably be in the dollar theater right now, and it'd be like coming out like on Blu-ray in like 1 or 2 weeks. I'm pissed off that they fucking canceled it. They moved it, so we gotta wait till October for Halloween Kills this year. And I'm pissed off, but it's whatever. We have to just endure Halloween 2018. But yeah, it's a really good movie. Really good sequel. Like I said, it had a 79% Rotten Tomatoes, which it should have been higher, but it's whatever. It was still good. They said, oh, after decades of disappointing sequels, this movie, this movie, it returns to form and disregards everything that came before, or something like that. That's what the review said. But yeah, the review said this was a return to form. Another thing too, a lot of the characters, were killed. A lot of them were just there to get killed, but at least there were better developed characters here than there were in Resurrection, or even in Part 5, or even in Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, because nobody liked any of the characters there in Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. Halloween Resurrection, nobody liked the characters. Characters are cool here. This movie is dark. But yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis returns in this as Laurie. So basically, they retcon her death away, which is pretty cool. Judy Greer's in this. The guy who played Michael, Nick Castle, he was one part. He did one scene in the mirror scene, but he played Michael in the original Halloween. But James Hugh Courtney plays Michael, the 60-something-year-old Michael. Michael's more ruthless in this movie. This movie is just sheer brutality. That's basically what this movie is. Um, yeah, like I said, they should have made this the third one, but I'm not gonna complain. It's whatever. I think it was necessary for them to wipe the slate clean to start over from the original. The timelines were kind of confusing, but at least it's a timeline that at least you know when they take place. It's not like Texas Chainsaw or Friday 13 how those have confusing timelines. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad they like. I love H2O. I love Part 4. Resurrection is kind of one of my biggest guilty pleasures. Seeing as how I saw that when I was little, and I just like it, and I watched it again, and I couldn't bring myself to hate it. That's why, like, I just couldn't bring myself to hate it. I get it. I get it. A lot of people hate that movie, and that's fine. But I just can't bring myself to hate it. Every time I watch it, I just can't seem to hate it. I just seem to enjoy it more. I know it could be because I saw it when I was a kid, and I watched it and I enjoyed it. But that could be why. But really good movie. The mask is actually mask looks a lot better in this movie than it does in the other movie. H2O, you have those like 4 or 5 different masks. You had that awful crappy CGI mask at the H2O, that one scene where you see his gaping eye holes. Um, Especially part 5. That mask I hated. That was the worst mask ever. And then especially Rob Zombie's masks. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 mask. Oh god, half of his mask was missing. See, this mask was basically the original, but it's aged. Like, it's the original, but it's aged. They did aging effects for it. I do have the mask for it though, but I'm not gonna waste time getting that out. But yeah, I do have the mask for this one. I also have the mask from the original Halloween too. Yeah, Michael Myers is my favorite. He's my favorite villain. He's my favorite villain. Um, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Friday the 13th is great." Yeah, but I never found Friday the 13th scary. I never found Friday the 13th to be scary. Like, I saw Friday the 13th when I was little, and, well, okay, I didn't see Friday the 13th. I saw Freddy vs. Jason when I was little. Never got scared of it. Or my dad rented it, saw it at night with my dad. Saw it before bedtime. I didn't get scared of it. I didn't have nightmares. I didn't cry. I didn't have bad dreams. I saw part 6. I saw, like, parts of the 6th one on TV a long time ago, and I didn't get scared of it. I never found Jason scary. Something about, but this guy, Michael Myers, and also the whole fact that that they're gonna strip away the supernatural elements. But in this one, Michael got hit by a car. He got hit with a cast iron. He got slashed on his hand. He got 2 of his fingers blown off. He another one. He got some damage, some weird amounts of damage, and he still survived. It's like, this guy is just not human at all. But it's whatever. See, that's what I like about the Halloween franchise. He's a normal man who can take all sorts of damage and it won't phase him whatsoever. Like, he's not scared to get hurt. He knows he's gonna get back up. That's why I find Michael. See, Jason, yeah, Jason, he wasn't human. He was just deformed, but he had a little bit of human in him in the earlier movies, but in the later movies he became a zombie, and he actually did die, but money kept bringing him back. But this guy right here, Michael, can't die. He's been shot, stabbed, burnt, hung, you name it, run over, and it doesn't faze him. He can see a car coming towards him, it won't even faze him. He'll just be like, okay, come at me, bro, run me over. That's why I like Michael Myers. But Halloween 2018, really good movie, really good sequel. Like I said, I'm pissed that this COVID. It kind of pushed Halloween Kills to 2021, which is this year. We gotta wait a month. We gotta wait 9 months for that. Like I said, Halloween Kills could have been the horror movie event of the year. It could have been the best horror movie of the year, other than The Hunt. Right now, it'd be coming out on Blu-ray right now this month. I would be getting it. I would be so hyped to get it. I would have been like, oh my god, I want to see that movie so badly. But I have seen the trailers for it, and I'm all like, oh my god, I can't wait. I just want this year to go by just to see that damn movie. I'm more excited for that than any other movie. But yeah, this is a Blu-ray. I have it on 4K, but I just use the Blu-ray. When this came out on Blu-ray, we bought it when it came out. I saw it in theaters. I was like, I'm gonna get this on Blu-ray because I had the other Halloween movie. It's worth getting. Like I said, I've been a fan of the Halloween franchise since day one, since I first saw Halloween. We had Halloween on VHS, the original. But the original Halloween is my favorite horror movie of all time. It's a classic. I also have the soundtrack for this on vinyl record. Like it's like those vinyl records. Really good though. I got it for my birthday. Um, so yeah. I'm curious to see how the theme music pays off in the Halloween Kills. I'm curious if they're gonna have a more badass theme. They're gonna have something closer to this. And they said Michael's gonna be brutal in that movie, so I really look forward to that. So yeah. So guys, let me know what y'all think of this movie. Comment down below what y'all think of Halloween 2018. Was it a good sequel? Did you prefer Halloween 2, the original? Was it okay? Was it not what you expected, or what? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. So, till next time, guys, I'll see ya.